Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for yet another CDL Pick'em predictions video, and let's get into it. So, obviously today we're starting off with London versus New York, and before we even talk about this series, we got to talk about, of course, Neptune being put back into the lineup for this event, which I think is a good idea. Is this just not going to play? Let's try this again. Because, yeah, of course, today, yesterday, NYSL had tweeted out the little Neptune emoji, but they never said anything about it. But then, of course, today, they actually let us know Neptune is back. So, I am very intrigued to see how this team does. I think this is probably better for New York. I think this is a smarter decision to have New York for New York to succeed. I think this team can be such a great team on paper, so let's see what they can do, right? So to start it off against London, I mean, obviously I do still think London is going to win this series. I could see New York taking a map, but I had a little more faith within their search and destroy with Royalty, at least what we had seen with Neptune in the lineup, but I could still see them taking a search and destroy off of the Ravens nonetheless. So that'll be an interesting series for sure. And then we move on to Boston versus Seattle, which will be a very interesting series. Obviously, Seattle's on a bit of a downward spiral right now, I think on a 7-match losing streak, which obviously is not good for them. But overall, I mean, I do think Boston squeaks out a win here, probably in 5. I could see that being a very entertaining series. I am excited to watch that series. And then we move on to the main event of tonight. We have the Gorillas versus the Mutineers. Probably a Gorillas win, if you were to ask me. I could see the Mutineers taking the search, or maybe... both of these teams aren't that great in control. I could definitely see the Mutineers taking a search. So maybe 3-1 then. Yeah, maybe. I think that's... Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best option. So then we'll move on to Saturday. We've got the LA Gorillas facing off against the Paris Legion. Gravity and Jimbo now on the Legion, of course. Fellow was dropped for Jimbo, so I am intrigued to see how much better this Paris team does. If better at all. I mean, who knows, right? This is really tough. I mean, obviously, we just have such a small sample size of Paris right now. Who knows how well this team is going to do? Oh man, that's really tough. And I mean, similarly, with the Gorillas, I mean, who knows how good this team is going to be this week? I mean, they're a pretty on and off team, I'll say. Oh man, shit, this is tough. This is really tough. I think I'm going to give it to the Gorillas, and I'll say 4 games as well. I do think overall it'll be a close series, but I just have literally no information on Paris. Like, this is just such a toss-up of a series, and I mean, honestly, who knows, right? So, let's move on to the Thieves and the Royal Ravens, 2 of the arguable top 5 teams, perhaps top 4, perhaps even top 3. So that'll be a fun one to watch, I'm sure. It'll be very entertaining. Ultimately, I mean, Thieves, I would imagine, take map 1. Both of these teams aren't that great in search and destroy. Who do I think has the edge? Honestly, I would say the Thieves. London probably takes the control. I could see them pushing a map 5, but ultimately the Thieves winning this series. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel too comfortable about that one, but this is such a close series. They're such good teams. It's very tough to decide. Then we have Toronto versus Minnesota, which will be very, very fun. Of course, I'm looking forward to to that one tomorrow. So let's see. I do think Toronto wins this series overall. I could see them winning. I mean, honestly, I could see them sweeping the Rokkr here. I feel like they finally fixed their hard point at least a little bit, at least enough to get by against the Rokkr. And I mean, obviously they're a 2-3-5 team, but so are the Rokkr. So I mean, I could see it going 4 games. I could see it being a sweep. I could see it going to 5 games. Oh, this is really tough. Am I going to give Minnesota a map? That is what I'm currently thinking. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. Obviously, I mean, Toronto didn't look fantastic at the major, and of course their hardpoint is such a big question mark right now. But overall, I do think Toronto is the better team, and Toronto could definitely be the better team in hardpoint. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it to them. It'll be a very close search and destroy, I'm sure. And it'll probably be a pretty close control as well. But let's go to Seattle versus Atlanta. I have a feeling that Atlanta is going to absolutely destroy Seattle. I don't think it'll be a close series at all. Like, at all. I do not think that series will be close. And then we move on to Sunday. We have Paris versus Minnesota to start things off. It's going to be a very interesting series. Again, we just have no information on Paris right now. I don't know if I have them winning or if I have the Rokkr winning. Oh, man, I really don't know. I think I'm going to give it to the Rokkr here in a tight 5-game series. Yeah, I don't think the addition of Jimbo and with Gravity and Temp and John now, I really don't think it's going to be this massive boost to their team and their slaying power. But obviously their slaying is the biggest issue, so who knows, right? And Minnesota's obviously not the heaviest slaying team, so I mean, it definitely could go to Paris. I'm going to stick with Minnesota. Again, I just feel like we have no information on Paris, so unfortunately, I mean, I don't have Paris taking a series this week. But let's head on to Florida versus New York. I have a really good feeling about New York. I really do. I think that they can make this a competitive series. And honestly, I think they can win this series. I really, really do. Which means Florida, will they even take a map, though? I mean, I could see it being a very close series. You know what? I do feel like New York actually wins a hardpoint this series. I don't think they will against the Ravens. I think it'll be the search and destroy that they take against the Ravens earlier in the weekend. But you know what? I'll say Florida wins map 1, and then New York wins 2, 3, and 4. New York will get a hardpoint win. And then we have a very awesome series to end the weekend off. Optic Texas versus the LA Thieves. That'll be a really fun one to watch, I am sure. I think that'll be a fucking fantastic series. Overall, though, do I have Optic winning? I mean, yes, but how close is this? I mean, obviously, Optic has the edge in Search and Destroy and probably in Control. Hardpoint is the close one, though. That's for sure. Plus, it's Envoy, and this is the first time, I believe, Envoy is going to get to play against Optic. Do I want to go 4 games or 5? I don't know. I'm either thinking it's a 3-0 or a 3-1 here for Optic. I think I could definitely see a 3-0 happening. Just because, I could imagine it's going to be a very close hard point. Map 1. Yeah, I mean, I could see the Thieves taking first map and then Optic running away with the series after that. So, you know what? I think that's going to be the predictions for this week. So, overall, I have the Ravens going 1-1. I have the Thieves going 1-1. I have the Breach going 1-0. I have the Subliners going 1-1. I have the Surge going 0-2. I have the Guerrillas going 2-0. I have the Mutineers going 0-2. I have the Legion going 0-2. I have Ultra going 1-0. I have the Rokkr going 1-1. And I believe that is everyone. Alright, and I have Texas going 1-0. So I'm very intrigued to see how everything pans out this weekend. Obviously, we start at an hour, so I'm very, very excited. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know your predictions for the weekend. I'm not 100% confident on this one, that's for sure, but it'll be a fun weekend nonetheless. We have some really, really exciting matches to come. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.